Now for our REST API, first we'll create a resource handler class, then resource provider class, and then we'll create the SICF node. So to create a resource handler class, go to SE24. Okay, give the class name ZCL underscore, let's say Google underscore RH, Google handle class. Okay, click on create, and here in the description you can give like resource handler class for Google integration. Okay, here click on this icon, create inheritance, and in the super class we have to enter cl underscore rest underscore http underscore handler. Okay, final, and click on save. Enter the package name, select your request, and save. Okay, so this is the resource handler class which we are creating. And now next is like we have to here redefine the method. We have to redefine the method, this get root underscore handler. Okay, first save this. This will not allow us to activate unless we are implementing this. Okay, the redefinition of get root handler is missing. Okay, so we have to put a cursor here and click on redefine method. Okay, and in this redefine method here, if you see like the returning, so arrow underscore root handler is a returning object. Okay, so go to data, like hello underscore router. See, under one handler class we can have multiple endpoints for Google Form 1, Google Form 2, Google Form 3, like this. So the handler class will be common. Okay, see the REST API creation, basics of REST API creation is mandatory for this course. So I'm not going very deep into each object. Okay, you should know like how to create a REST API. I'm just showing the steps. Okay, so under one handler class we can add multiple endpoints for Google Form 1, 2, like that. Okay, so this hello underscore router equal to new, we are creating here with the help of inline declaration new REST underscore router. Okay, just save, check, and activate. And now the endpoint URL for our first Google form. So hello underscore router, there is a method called attach. Okay, method called attach. Just for the cursor template. Okay, so now first we have to give template. Okay, so in the any endpoint URL to identify the Google form. Okay, we'll make use of one template. So here what I will do, I will select here like contact us. Okay, so our endpoint for our first Google form will be like contact us. We can have multiple Google form. Okay, and here if our endpoint is coming with this path, this template slash contact underscore us, then which resource provider class you want to call? Which resource provider class you want to call? So my class name will create with the same name, ZCL underscore. Now for each form, we can create a different resource provider class. Okay, so ZCL underscore contact underscore us RP resource provider class. We can activate here. Okay, we'll create this later, but we can activate as of now. So ZCL underscore contact us underscore resource provider class, this we have created. This will create. Okay, we just slash contact us, it will come. Okay, now what is the next point? See, we have to return this. This is a returning parameter, right? Arrow underscore root handler. So arrow underscore root underscore handler equals to hello underscore router. Fine. So get root handler class we already defined. Okay, so the every incoming request, system will check what is the endpoint URL. If this is the endpoint URL, system will execute this one. Suppose we have another Google form, Z feedback, like feedback form. Okay, so in that case, we'll use their slash like feedback. So for the feedback form, we can create a different resource provider class. Like this, we can work. Okay, so first is done, resource handler class is done. The second thing, see how we want to handle the CSRF token. For every post method, we have two options here. Like either you can go with the CSRF token, or we can use a basic authentication only, user ID and password. So in our case, I'm going with basic authentication with only user ID and password. So I don't want to handle the CSRF token concept. So for that, it is very simple. Just put the cursor here, click on redefine. Okay, just save and activate. Just save and activate. If you're not doing this, system will ask for the CSRF token whenever any post request is coming. So I don't want to go with the post CSRF concept. I want only basic authentication, user ID, password. Okay, so two we redefine this one and this one. Okay, and the class is activated. Okay, now we'll just create the resource provider class. We'll add the code logic later. We'll just create a resource provider class. Okay, ZCL underscore contact us underscore RP. That is the resource provider class. Okay, we'll add the code logic later in this. Fine. So for the resource provider class, we'll make use of extension. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. So again in the same SE24, ZCL underscore contact us resource provider class. Okay. RP class for like contact us form. Click on this inheritance. Here enter like CL underscore rest underscore resource. Okay, final and save. Save in the package in a TR. Okay, so here we can see we have the different methods like get, post, etc. So we have to redefine. Get is optional here because we just want like data will only come here. Okay, but we can implement get for testing purpose. It will be like it will helpful for us. We can do some testing in that case if you implement the get method. Okay, so finally we'll like data will come through the post method only. Through the post method only data will come in a block. Okay, so we'll do all this coding later. As of now, we just created this z contact us underscore resource provider class. Okay, just redefine method. Okay, just okay, let's just redefine this get method. Redefine this get method. Okay, complete coding we'll do later. As of now, only definition we'll do here. Fine. So in the get method, what is our requirement? We want to read the inbound value. Let's assume one ID is coming from the any like third party system, and you want to return the data from database table based on that ID. Okay, based on that ID, we want to return that. Okay, so here what I will do, data, let's say LV underscore ID type Z, which table we created, Z contact us, right? Z contact us hyphen ID. Okay, and second I will take LV underscore JSON of type string. Okay, read the value LV underscore ID equals to like mo underscore request. This is the inbound request. Get underscore URL See, this is the optional method which I am explaining you. This is not required for just for our actual requirement. This is not required for just getting the data from the inbound side. Okay, we'll come back again in this get and post method. I will explain all the method. So I just redefined this get method. Okay, same for the post method. I'm not doing any coding. Just redefine. Just redefine. Okay, so we have done with handler class and the resource provider class. Okay, now we'll create a SICF node. Now we'll create a SICF node. So for that, go to SICF, execute. Here, like click on this create host service. Give the name. I'm just giving the name here as Google. Sorry, give Z Google for easy identification. Custom object will give Z Google. Okay, Google form integration. Click on save. Save in package, save in TR. Now, in this handler list, we have to add the handler class. So ZCL underscore Google handler class. Okay, save. Now once you double click here, we can navigate to our main class. Okay, this is the get root handle, and our endpoint will be for contact us form will be this contact us. Okay, I'm copying this. Now to test the service, okay, first we have to activate. So here you can see Z Google is created. Just right click and activate the service. Okay, right click and activate the service. Now to test, we have to right click here and here click on test service. This will not work at this moment. So this is the default domain, and see here after the domain and the port, Z Google, we have to add like / contact us. So this will be our complete URL for the get and the post call. This will call our API URL. Okay, this we can replace with the domain ID. And this is our port number. Okay, so I will just recap this session. Don't get confused. Okay, just assume we created only handler class, resource provider class, and the SICF node. Forget about the method in the resource provider class. So I will just recap this session. What we did in the SE24, first we created this object ZCL underscore Google handler. We redefined the first method. Okay, and while creating the class, we use the super class ZCL underscore REST underscore HTTP handler. In the method, we redefine this method. Okay, this handler class will be common for all the integration of Google. Okay, and we are getting the endpoint of the particular URL, and if it is / contact us, we want the resource provider class, this should be get trigger. Okay, and now inside this we created this resource provider class. Okay, again with the help of super class CL underscore REST underscore resource. Fine, and main our data from the Google form spreadsheet through that apps script will come in the post method. Okay, but for testing we'll use both get and post method. So we just redefine those method at the moment. Okay, forgot about the code I will explain later. So resource handler class we created, resource provider classes we created, then we went to SICF node. SICF service definition. We executed this. Okay, we click on this button. We given the name Z Google. We given the description, and we have in the handler class list we have added this handler class. Okay, after this, after right click, we activated the class, and from here we can test. This is the default URL, so we can replace this with the IP address if the domain is not configured, and this slash Google is our SICF node, and all the forms. Suppose first is contact us. Okay, so here we can add here like Z contact underscore us. Suppose you have created one more form for integration, feedback form. So you can add that like this Z feedback. This will trigger different class. Okay, now see IP address, definitely you have to check which IP address you are using. If you go to your like SAP, okay, there you can, sometimes they give the IP address, sometimes they give the domain. If they're given only like domain configuration, you can ask your service provider for the exact IP address. Okay, they'll provide the IP address. Now, how you will get this port number 8021? To get this port number, you have to go transaction code SMICM. In the SMICM transaction code, click on this services. Okay, see here. If you are using the HTTP port, HTTP method, HTTP protocol, then use the port number 8021. If you want, if your URL is HTTPS, in that case, use the port 44321. Got it? So IP address, ask your service provider, a basis consultant, instead of this domain, which IP address I can use in the URL, and based on your request, whether you're going with the HTTP protocol or secure protocol, use the respective port. Here you can see it is 8021 because by default it is triggering HTTP. But for Google Apps script will use HTTPS, or port will be after IP address of this domain will use 44321. Okay, so in this way we done with the session. In the next lecture, we'll implement the method of resource provider class. Thank you.